It's 5 a.m. and I am on a chairlift in northern Pakistan. What you see behind me there are the Karakoram Mountains, and I am on my way to... Wait, hang on. I should tell the story from the actual beginning. Let's go. It all started with a Pakistan Air Force plane. This is the legendary C-130. This thing makes your heart skip a beat, even if, like me, you know nothing about planes. So yeah, my Instagram basically became a set of Mission Impossible for the day.
And you know it's one of those planes that you see in movies.
Yep, just like an action movie, heading into the unknown with a crew of strangers who would soon become friends. But that wasn't even the best thing. The plane flew right above the jagged peaks of Pakistan's mountain ranges, the Karakoram, the Hindu Kush, and the Himalaya. And at one point, that infamous summit of Nanga Parbat appeared beside us. The name literally translates to Naked Mountain because its slopes are so steep that not even snow can stay on them. But, you know, Nanga Parbat is better known as Killer Mountain. Turns out that was just the beginning. You obviously can't hear anything I say, but I just claimed that this is even cooler than the plane. There you have it. Valleys of Lower Hunza in northern Pakistan. And when you're there, it blows your mind. Everything is bigger than you can imagine. The beauty so intense, it's almost heartbreaking. Almost lifeless when you look at it from a distance. And then the lush valleys finally emerge, and you land. And you find yourself in Naltar Valley. Tom Cruise, the Air Force and I have officially stolen your thunder. What I saw next confirmed my suspicions that I found myself on the set of a very real action movie. It turned out that the people I was with were practically superheroes.
Last week I ran 3 marathons in 3 countries in a row.
21 50Ks in 21 days, and I currently hold the Guinness record for that achievement.
Last year I ran across the Qatar desert. There were 6 sand dunes and it was 30k. It was hard.
I won the Gobi Marathon in Mongolia.
The Marathon des Sables, which is a 250-kilometer foot race through Sahara Desert.
Okay, thanks.
And I did the Ultra Marathon challenge as well. So I completed the Ultra Marathon on all 7 continents in the fastest time. And I did it in 41 days. And that was tough.
Being the youngest to run 7 marathons on 7 continents.
In Antarctica.
I ran the London Marathon for charity, and I raised over £5,000 for children's hospice that I was volunteering for.
You want me to talk? Okay.
Yes.
I'm here in Pakistan to run my 202nd marathon, and this will be my 79th country to run a marathon in. I've run 3 consecutive years, more than 52 marathons every year. Last year I've stepped it up a little bit by running 59 marathons in 58 different countries in a year.
All these people crossed the world and came to Pakistan to take part in one epic adventure. So I guess I should probably tell you what that is, right? Alright, can I finally get back to my original story? It's 5 a.m. and I am on a chairlift in northern Pakistan. What you see behind me there are the Karakoram Mountains. I am on my way to a high-altitude marathon organized by the Pakistan Air Force and Z Adventures. Since it's pretty dark outside and I have to use my phone to light up my face, let me show you how this route actually looks during the day. That's right. The start of the marathon is at the top of this chairlift. But before we begin, I guess like with all of these mountain things, there are some problems that you just don't end up anticipating. Like this. That's the starting line. And that's a herd of cows. But you know what, I think I was the only person paying attention to our furry friends here. Because in the minds of everybody else, this ultra-challenging race was just about to begin. They were getting ready in their heads, they were warming up their bodies, and they were waiting for it to start. I can't imagine that anticipation. Guys, a marathon is no joke. I mean, it's 42 kilometers, and this one is on the unforgiving tracks of Naltar Valley in the mountains of northern Pakistan. Some of these runners are absolute beginners, others are pretty much pros and have beaten world records. Some belong to the Air Force and others have come here just for this one race. So let's wish them luck, and I think they're just about to stop. Pause for a moment to really grasp this scene. All these people from Pakistan and around the world running together in a remote valley in this complex, beautiful country. And that's it, they're off. And as the runners started moving through that difficult terrain at 3,500 meters of altitude, the scene began to sink in for me. We were all here together, in one of the most beautiful places on earth, in a country so misunderstood that most people never chose to see it for themselves. But we were here. Us and the magnificence of Pakistan's mountains all around us. Most of the runners had never been here before, so can you imagine what was going through their heads as they made their way through this epic landscape? You know, the scenes are practically unforgettable, bathed in such spiritual glory that it baffled my understanding. And you see, sometimes the going was easy. The occasions where they could run downhill seemed very rare, but when it did happen, the joy on everyone's faces was more than apparent. But more often than not, it was really, really tough. And not the kind of tough where you're in your bed hitting the snooze button over and over again. I mean really difficult. The kind of tough where you're constantly negotiating with yourself, pushing your own mind to give you strength to take that one extra step, where you're awestruck by the magnificence of what you see around you, but you're also cursing the mountains for how much they demand of you. And yet, you keep on running. And running. And running. Or in my case, jumping around, cheering for the runners alongside the village kids, and witnessing some pretty special scenes. I mean, I guess these cows must have been inspired by the runners too, right? Jokes aside, the marathon was in full swing. People weren't even competing against each other. It was more against themselves. And you could see the determination written out on all of their faces, no matter how exhausted or fresh they were still feeling. I suppose the only constant was the finish line. The winner is just about to arrive. Number one champion! But the most shocking thing is that he doesn't look tired at all. Maybe he didn't look it, but this was one absolutely incredible win for Pakistani runners. And afterwards, they started coming in like flies. And here is the second man. And we've got the third. Here's the fourth. And here we've got Steve. And here's the next one. And there's another one. And there was another. You know, I find it pretty incredible that eventually every single person made it to the finish line. And afterwards, we celebrated Hunza style. When all the celebrations were done and all the selfies and photos taken, I decided to pester some of the runners and ask them about their experience.
Caroline told me that coming here and doing this race, I would fall in love with trail running.
I did, and I take that back now, actually. That was probably the toughest challenge we've ever done.
It's the most horrific thing I've ever done in my life.
Horrific?
And you yet remain the most positive person I've ever met in my life. And if there's one person I wanted to meet in my final lap, it was you.
Yeah, that was cool. Seem quite positive now, but maybe on lap sort of, you know, the last few laps.
I have to say, it has been. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be brutal, but you know, goodness me, it was tough. But it was good. It was. I'm glad I've done it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And the fact that we ran that real tough challenge in Pakistan, rather than just like your bog standard marathon, that was That's the hardest trail I've ever done.
You won't. I don't think you'll get a better setting for a race.
No, that's
I mean,
it.
it's astonishing. It's astonishing.
And now, when you can appreciate it a little bit more. Now, obviously, we're now chilling and relaxing.
So you ready for another little lap? The stroll?
I tell you what, the person holding the camera should maybe contemplate seeing how we suffered. So why don't we turn the tables? We'll take the camera and we'll see you.
Needs to do 4K, definitely.
No way.
This girl, we're going to convert her. I think this trip has sort of made her think about it.
Think of the views, think of the hits.
Think of how it...
Amazing. We have 30 international runners who are really, really cool. The track was tough.
Okay,
managed to finish it in time.
That's a lot of great PR, but I want the real stuff.
Okay.
Tell me the real stuff.
Oh, we're in pain.
I'm in pain, a lot of pain. When I walk, I move like a stick man, you know?
I am the only penguin in Pakistan at the moment.
Yeah, you know, with 30 penguins for you. The people in the village cheering for us. That was the best thing.
That's true. The kids down there.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
High-fiving.
Yeah, high-fiving.
Great.
They're an inspiration, actually. So,
fabulous.
Yeah, those kids.
Keeps you going.
It does.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Bye.
So that's it. The race is done. And from what I heard from the runners, it was interchangeably absolutely exhausting, devastating, awe-inspiring, eye-opening, the craziest thing I've done in my life, the best thing I've done in my life. So it seems like it was a really full-on experience for pretty much everybody who participated. Though I didn't run, I got to watch everybody run all around me, and I could see that determination on their faces. I could see the smiles on the faces of the local kids who were watching. They're like, wow, what is happening? Who are all these people? And all the villagers as well, who were really supportive and cheering everybody on. And even like the cows and all the livestock that just happened to be passing by on the roads as the runners were making their way through the trail. So this was an adventure and a half, and although I am really sad that it's ended, I am hoping for another one next year, and of course I'll see you there. So now we're off. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this vlog, I hope you subscribe to my channel here on YouTube or any of my other social media networks. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. You know what? Maybe I should have made this into a horror movie, not an action movie. Because guys, this is like pretty... You can't even see anything. This is what makes it even more scary. It's so dark.